in New Orleans, you know what got the immigrant community to recognize police brutality is when, you know, a wealthy Muslim doctor was killed by the police unjustly. Then suddenly everything changed for the community. Everyone got it. Like, okay, what we've been hearing about all these years, okay, we get it now. Unfortunately, it took that. So usually the intersectionality has to be one of pain. When there's an intersection of pain, then there is an intersection of realization. And then you can start to form coalitions where people can understand one another. The problem is right now, what about the Latino Muslims? What about the Dreamers issue? What about the immigration issue? So if you do the who struggles more thing, I mean, are our communities really understanding the gravity right now of the immigration debate and what implications it has on us as a Muslim community as a whole and what implications it has on society? Now, with the polarization or with some of the rifts that exist more so in some cities between the African American community and the Hispanic community, we have a growing Muslim Hispanic population. And sometimes sitting at that table is really awkward. Because, you know, and I'm speaking from experience here, trying to come to some sort of understanding and unified platform in the African American community, there isn't as much sympathy towards the Dreamers issue as there might be, interestingly enough, in some of the immigrant Muslim communities, because within those immigrant Muslim communities, some people know someone that has their status in limbo right now, and that traumatizes the entire community. If you look a few days ago, wasn't it Cleveland, where they had the pillar of the community, that was the front page of CNN, the Palestinian brother? Youngstown, okay, where they were talking about that brother that was getting deported, and it was the front page of CNN for some time. So intersectionality has to start with the intersectionality of pain. Then you can start to have understanding. Then you can start to move things forward. So at the political level, the coalescing of Black Lives Matter and the Free Palestine movement, the BDS movement, has done a lot of good for both causes. For Black Lives Matter to internationalize Black Lives Matter, it's done a lot of good. I'm just talking about the level of political theory, and for the Palestinian issue as well as the Muslim issue. It's funny because the Palestinian cause within the Muslim community, by and large, was the Muslim cause, right? In the 1990s in particular, right? That was a big-time Muslim cause. But now there's just so much going on in the Muslim world that sort of died down in the Muslim community. But within, you know, amongst activists for freedom and liberation, the Palestinian cause is getting more attention now. So it's just, you have to just put it all in one room. You've got to create spaces, which is why I think this space is so wonderful. Honestly, this is such a great space because you all are influencers from different demographics and different communities, so you get to express that without all the fanfare or all of the repercussions of manufactured social media outrage over every single sentence that's not said the way that some people would like it to be said. So you get to actually talk about that. So I think these types of spaces are important, inshallah, so that we don't downplay other people's struggles and other people's pain. And what you mentioned about white Muslims, I mean, yeah, again, Dr. Sherman Jackson calls it cultural apostasy. It's a major issue, obviously, and everyone has to have the opportunity to speak of their struggles, their unique struggles as Muslims in this country right now.